Yo, 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 what's up? It's Gabby Starnes, and welcome to another edition of my office hours. Listen, let's get straight to it. I got 12 minutes before I'm off the clock and I got to go get my kid from daycare. And you have 12 minutes to figure out how to market your business in the most simple fashion that is possible. Because listen, we all know the truth. You've heard all of the commotion about this 6-step plan here, this new engine to market your business here, this new way to do it here, and you're burnt out. You're tired. I get it. That's why you're at office hours. And that's what we do here. We make it simple. Office hours, we give you real strategy so you can get real results, and we make it simple. I'm not a genie. I don't have all this in my mind because I actually wanted to plan this out so it would be cohesive for you, okay? So if you were sitting in my office hours for real, this is what I would tell you. When it comes to getting your marketing help, where do you start? Let's start here, all right? Who this is for. Number one, this is for the entrepreneur who's just getting started and the small business who honestly is making probably less than 500K. Let's be honest. If you're making about 500K, hopefully you've reached out to somebody a year, by the way, to get help with your marketing, even if it's small. I know that's small for some people and big for others, but hopefully by then you've reached out to somebody. And if you need to reach out to somebody, I'm here. Look at the description of this video. I got some products and stuff that will really help you, like a blueprint, your 90-day pipeline blueprint. Did I say that right? The 90-day pipeline blueprint that will help you. It's basically a consultation in PDF form for you. And then as well as that, I give consultations, so you can sign up for one of those. That's not why we're here though. We're here to talk about you. Let's get back to it. So let's clarify your business. That's the number one thing that I've seen a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs, they go wrong with. They don't clarify their business and what they have to offer. They know what they want to do. For example, let's talk about like a musician. You know, I do a little bit of music here and there, and I will say a lot of musicians who want to start a business with their music, they think, I want to perform. I just want enough money to perform. Well, that's great, but what do you offer? I get it. You want to perform, but like, what do you offer that is a tangible offer that makes money? Or if you have another business, let's say you have a cleaning business and you say, well, I want to clean people's schools and offices to make money. Okay, but what do you offer? Make it simple. Maybe have 1, 2, maybe maximum 3 packages that people can choose from. Maybe you have the beginning package where someone signs up and they pay, I don't know, $30 a month. I'm just going for it here, okay? $30 a month, and you come in and you clean their office once a quarter. And then the next one is $85 a month, and you're cleaning their office once a month. And then the enterprise one, what is it called? Enterprise one, where you clean their office 8 times a week, and that's not even possible probably for most of you, but you know what I'm talking about. Make your packages. You would know what those are. Now, if you're e-commerce, gonna be way easier for you because I mean, if you're selling t-shirts, you're selling a t-shirt. Come on. But you also might want to sell it differently. You know, you might want to be the Versace of your time, or you might want to be someone who's unique or someone who undercuts all the competition. What do you sell? Please know this before you market because it's going to help you reach the right people. So many people I meet, you would be so surprised they're not even reaching the right people, you guys, okay? So let's start there. That's the foundation. Some of you might be like, well, that's really simple, Gabby. Well, good. You're going to be great to go on to number 2, and let's do that. All right, now that we have the offer done, let's go into picking your channels. Now, I've heard a lot of advice on this from some of the greats too, to be honest with you. But to be honest, the greats have teams and millions of dollars, and I love that for them. But we're starting fresh here, okay? In our office hours, let's be honest here. Okay, so I love that people have teams and they say show up everywhere, show up all at once on every platform. Great for them. But let's talk about us. A lot of us who are bootstrapping, a lot of you guys who maybe are just jumping out the gate, you don't have a team, you don't have a virtual assistant, you don't have someone recording your content for you and producing it. You don't have that. And that's okay. You got to start somewhere, right? Well, let me give you some advice, on where to start. Start with 2 channels. I want you to have a channel where people are already searching for what you're doing. That's going to be called your SEO, search engine optimization channel. That can be Google, that can be YouTube, Google business profiles where people are already searching for what you're doing online. So your first profile and place that you're going to show up is going to be like a Google or a YouTube, which YouTube, if you didn't know, is the second biggest search engine in the globe, guys. So if you're showing up on YouTube, people are searching for things that you're talking about or selling, and hopefully you come up with the right content, okay? And I have more on search engine optimization in the description of this video. Make sure you watch it. Please, 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 please make sure you watch it, okay? And then number 2, be somewhere where you can start conversations. A good place for that, if you're a B2B person or you're in the educational realm, I highly recommend LinkedIn. LinkedIn is super great for organic conversations and getting to know people. We use it a lot here at my business, and it's been really, really cool. It helps too to just get those conversations started. And if you're not a B2B, like you're a B2C, I highly recommend a TikTok or an Instagram. You get to decide that. I would look into the demographics of those platforms. You know, Instagram, you have more millennial age people. It's not the only people on there, but there's a lot more of those on there than you'll see. Well, they're on TikTok too, but there's a lot of a younger crowd on TikTok. Like I'm talking teenagers, people who have to ask their parents to use their checkbooks, you know what I mean, to buy things. So make sure that when you're making those decisions, one is you're searchable, where someone will be searching for what you're doing. And the other is where you can start really great conversations. Okay? 2 platforms. Make it happen. Okay, so once you're there with your 2 platforms, let's talk about, all right, your marketing rhythm. A lot of people lose it right here because their marketing rhythm is not a rhythm. It's just, I'm going to try really hard for 2 weeks and I get burnt out or distracted or busy. I understand. I get it. I'm a mom as well. I'm a wife. I'm a friend. I'm a daughter. I run a company. It's really easy to get busy. But get yourself a marketing rhythm where you know exactly what you're going to be doing every single week and it doesn't change. Okay, maybe the content you put out changes, but not your marketing rhythm. Come on. All right. So here, I'm going to give it to you right here. I got it right here. So every week I want you to do this. 1 teach piece, okay? A post, a short video, or email answering 1 painful question your ideal client has. Number 2, a proof piece. I love proof pieces, you guys. OMG. I love them so much because I think we all look at them or look for them and we don't even understand that we're looking for them. Like when we go to a restaurant, me and my husband, we're looking at reviews on Yelp, on Google. We're looking for those proof pieces. So I want you to share a quick win, a testimonial, a before and after, or a mini case study, okay? And then how this would look is client came in with X, we did Y, and they got Z. Simple, but you got to take the time to do this because people really want to see, hey, are you good at what you're doing? Should I really invest in what you have to offer? So your proof piece, okay? Number 3, 1 invite, a clear call to action, book a free 15-minute consult with me today, get involved, get a free, talk here, you know what your thing is. Do an invite and don't always change them from week to week. Like keep it within the same 2 or 3, okay? So that people are like, oh yeah, that's what she does. Or, oh yeah, that's what he does. Or that's what that business does, okay? And then make sure that you use words like download the checklist, comment help, or reply help for XYZ. And so I love things like, what are they called? They're like the Autobots on Instagram, and they reply to you as the person that you're commenting on their thing, where you put like, comment help if you want my 5-minute guide to how to become gorgeous in 24 hours, and you comment help, and then they respond really quickly. And that's actually not them. It's a tool they've hooked up. And so there are some out there, like ManyChat has one, Sandstore has one, all of those. And I'm not affiliated with any of those at the moment. So go to town, go research them, go figure them out if you really want to set up a really good response and you're not on your phone all the time. That's really helpful. And then let's jump into overall step number 5, right? You have your blueprint on how you're going to do this effectively every week, right? Let's go over it again. Your teach piece, your proof piece, your invite. And then also, I forgot to mention this, make sure that you take 10 to 15 minutes and do outreach and replies, I would say once or twice a week, okay? So reply to comments with intention, be authentic, be who you are. That really does sell people, to be honest. DM people who engage, want me to send you my blueprint, want me to send you a free consultation link, like just engage with them. And follow up with warm leads from the last 30 days, okay? Okay, There you have it. Now let's step into step 5, overall step number 5. Just track a few numbers, analytics, to figure out if this is working for you. Okay, so if I'm starting a business, I want to track the number of leads that I'm getting probably every week, every month. Am I growing? Am I decreasing? Is nothing happening? If so, I need to change something. Okay, another one is traffic on my website. So if I'm doing Google and I'm optimizing my website with some SEO, like we talked about earlier, I want to make sure my traffic is growing. A good healthy number is about 10% every single month. And if you're starting from 0, that's not hard to do. You know what I mean? So, and then as you get, better at it and time goes on, you start to see that the traffic is compounding, it's relevant, you're getting more leads, and that's what we want. So those are 2 metrics that I would follow. Figure out what your metrics are, okay? And lastly here, I'm gonna put down my notes. Let's have a heart-to-heart, okay? Some common mistakes to avoid, all right? I really want you to avoid constantly searching out new knowledge, constantly looking for more information, more on how to do this marketing. Yes, stay educated. We all have to. Marketing is constantly changing. But I want to caution you from always looking for the next thing and overloading yourself and getting fat on knowledge and not implementing anything. All right, you know how to do the marketing workout. Go do it and see it work for yourself. The people that are seeing results are doing it. And that's a common mistake a lot of people are making. I think you're just geeking out. Not you per se, but generally, people are geeking out on learning and they're not implementing. Okay. And I wrote down a few others, right? Don't use every platform at once. Choose your 2. Like I said, what's another one? Changing your offers every week instead of iterating and reminding people of 1. You only need 1. If you want to, cool. But don't make it 7, okay? You can't even remember the 7. So why would we? You know what I mean? And then lastly here, never following up with leads. This is another one that's huge. A lot of people just keep going to the new person. Following up with people who have once reached out to you is way better chances. You'll have way better chances of actually securing them as business than someone that's brand new. That's just how it works. The person's warm. They know who you are. They've seen your offers. They like your content. Just reach out to them. Maybe they got busy. Maybe, unfortunately their pet died or something like that. It's a little bit morbid, but things happen. That's what I'm trying to say. Life is wild. So make sure that you don't give up on a lead unless they tell you to give up on them, okay? And that's a little bit more of the sales aspect of this. And when you're a small business entrepreneur just getting started, you're kind of both. You're the marketer and the salesperson. So you're going to see a little interweaving of that through some of my content, okay? And lastly, I just want to wrap this up. You don't have to do this alone. You have me on YouTube. Ask friends to help you. Maybe hire an intern. I want you to know that you don't have to do it alone. I actually created something called the 90-day pipeline blueprint, which is create it for all of you who are looking for clients or to sell things. It is really how I'd walk someone through in a consultation with myself one-on-one. And I would say, do this, do that, do this, do this. And usually I prepare it for them. With this, you're going to have to prepare, the research, the SEO research and stuff by yourself. But it's what I've used to help brands go from making nothing with their product in 12 weeks to making $3.1 million with their product. It's the same blueprint. It's incredible. Truly, it works. After 16 years, I've cracked a little bit of something, you know what I mean? So I've been here for a while. I would love for you to have my blueprint. That's in the description of this video. And hey, if you want to sit down and have me actually create the blueprint for you, talk face to face, it's already done, and I send you on your way with a strategy that's already made. So you don't have to make it. You don't have to read the blueprint and make it and then implement it. I make it for you, and then you just implement it. Hey, book a consultation with me in my description of this video, and we will chat. That's it right there. That is how to get started with your marketing and how to make it simple and keep it simple. Do these things that we talked about in this video, and you will be golden, my friend. All right? All right. Well, hey, listen, thanks for coming to Office Hours. I'll see you in the next one. Once again, I'm Gabby Starnes, and I will check you in the next video. Bye.